the program Ons Gesels met, speaking to Charlotte du Plessis, the founder and CEO of the Women of Stature, and it is a season of celebrating the excellence of women. And this year, 2026, the Women of Stature Awards is around the corner and is taking place on the 11th of April in Joburg. So with over 1,000 nominations this year, the pipeline of female leadership in South Africa is stronger than ever. Now, joining us to talk about the 11th season of this incredible woman in the running is the founder and CEO, Charlotte du Plessis. Charlotte, welcome again to the program.
Thank you, Corinne. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, it's amazing, Charlotte. 13 years of impact, and now it's your 11th season, and that's a massive milestone. So I've been reading that there was over 1,000 nominations that you received this year alone. So how have you seen the caliber of these nominees evolve, and what does it say about the state of female leadership in South Africa?
Well, I must tell you that first and foremost, thank you very much, and I appreciate this opportunity, as I've said before, and I do think it's such an important milestone. I just want to reflect a little bit over the Women of Stature history. We're actually in the 13th year since the brand has actually been formed, and this being the 11th season of the actual awards itself in South Africa. And the state of leadership in South Africa, oh my goodness, you know what? There's been a lot of transformation. There really has been over the years. And we can see it in all industries. So I believe that the state of female leadership in South Africa is both promising and challenging. Corinne, the women are challenging the status quo. And I do believe that women have made remarkable strides in the politics, in business, in civil society, yet we still have systemic barriers and social norms that continue to limit their full impact. But I do think that there's been, a lot of transformation. We can see it where women are being placed in top executive positions in companies. You're looking at the large corporations that are recognizing the value that women can bring to the table, to the decision making. And, very interestingly enough, and I just want to quote some stats here, is that South Africa actually ranks amongst the top countries globally for women in parliament. Did you know that?
Sure.
And that women are holding around 47% of National Assembly seats. So I think in that respect, I think you can already just from that see that there's been massive strides made over the years. And I think that in itself just frameworks why the Women of Stature Awards is relevant, why it's necessary, because again, it just amplifies the voice of the woman, and it just again reiterates the incredible contribution that women are making, within the economy of South Africa, playing such it's an important role. And of course, yes, with all the categories, which I'm sure we're going to, speak about a little bit later. But yes, I'm very proud of how the women are leading, and it's definitely, there's been a major transformation.
Now, being from the Western Cape, we are particularly proud of the local talent. You launched the regional awards in Cape Town recently. And what has the uptake been like from our local businesswomen? And are there any standout names from the Cape that we should be rooting for at the gala?
Absolutely. The Western Cape has come in full force this year. Yes, you're quite right. We have announced that we are going regional. We had a media launch last year in September in Cape Town, just to highlight the fact that the season of actually hosting the Western Cape Awards is coming up with the 2027 season. So we've already started probing everyone to make sure that they are aware that this is coming and they must be ready for it. So the uptake already, just for the 2026 awards, which is still being hosted, as you know now, in Johannesburg on the 11th, which is this coming Saturday. But then in 2027, we're actually going to physically have the Western Cape Awards in Cape Town.
Oh, wow.
So there has been a great uptake. And I want to just say that it really is wonderful to see the representation of the Western Cape. We've actually got virtually in I would say, half of the categories that we have representation from the Western Cape. We have, in fact, in the category of technology, the community services. You know, there are such extraordinary women doing the most incredible work in communities within the Western Cape, and very proudly so. So we do, you know, we're very, very passionate about the women that do community work, because it's a hard sector. Not very easy to come by any funding, but, you know, they do it from the heart, and I think that's the beauty of it. So it's very, very well represented. You know, I can say to you that look out for it. We're actually live streaming the awards this coming Saturday, so it's going to be wonderful. Anybody from anywhere in South Africa that can actually stream in and actually to watch the awards, and then to hopefully have a lot of support from the Western Cape going forward, because we are going to be in your town. We're literally going to be in your town.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, looking at the various categories this year, from tech to community spirit, where are you seeing women making the biggest dent in the universe right now? What do these industries reveal about where women are leading most effectively?
Well, I think the one that's really a standout for me is technology.
Yes.
You know, technology and innovation. You know, I do think that the women, you know, are leading breakthroughs in fintech and AI, digital solutions. As I said, we've actually got representation from the Western Cape in the technology category. Yeah. And I mean, just going through the adjudication and having the experience with them and hearing them, you know, represent themselves and speak about their role in the tech industry. And they come with the most incredible innovation. It's unbelievable. So I definitely do think that women are making a huge impact in the technology and innovation. But I also, as I've said earlier, is community and social impact. I mean, you know, women are making massive contributions in education, in health, you know, and grassroots initiatives. I mean, just looking at the Western Cape, I know of, you know, one of the ladies that is the co-founder of the Sozo Foundation. They work in Vrygrond. Yeah. There's another woman, you know, Maimuna Schools, who also is working within the Vrygrond community. Sure. And I think just their ability to mobilize these communities, and they create the most incredible sustainable programs. And I think that's the impact. You know, it's tangible, it's people-centered. And then, of course, we must obviously look at the entrepreneur and the business sector, because, you know, if you're looking at the state of the economy in South Africa, and if you look at the job losses and the unemployment, and then you say to yourself, well, who's actually running the economy of South Africa? It's the entrepreneurs. Right. I mean, if you think of it from that perspective, you know, women are carving spaces in sectors like fashion, wellness, green businesses, and, you know, they're excelling at transforming ideas into scalable ventures. Yeah. So I do think, yes, it's just, you know, I'm just so proud. As a South African woman, born and bred in South Africa, lived here for 70 years of my life, you know, I lead with absolute pride. I'm very proud that I lead an organization that is representative of these unbelievable women in South Africa who are not afraid. You know, they are fearless, they are change makers. You know, they go into an industry that is male-dominated. I mean, one of our categories is automotive. I mean, the automotive industry has always just been known to be a male-dominated industry, but right. you will not believe how many women have entered the automotive industry over the years and are leaders. I mean, they are CEO CEOs of major motor corporations in South Africa. There's women that are running businesses that is in, the spare parts of cars. So women are just so resilient and they're so fearless.
That's
It's
amazing.
wonderful.
The Women of Stature Awards is known for its very rigorous adjudication process. So for a woman to truly stand out to your judges, what is the X factor she needs? And beyond the trophy, what kind of long-term mentoring or coaching do these nominees gain access to?
It is very important that the woman represents herself as, in a very holistic manner.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that she's obviously a trailblazer in her industry, and she's someone that is obviously, leading or paving the way for others. So she's leading in a way that is paving the way. She's taking people with her. And I think that is, for me, the qualities of a leader is someone that is not self-centered, but is people-centered. And they actually lead to be able to help others to be able to lead as well. And I think that's what we look for in this woman is she's got first of all, she's got compassion. She has empathy, but she also has a tremendous heart for community work. So I know for myself and for many others that are already in our community, we stand as women that are holistic. We believe in community work. We believe in uplifting those that aren't in the same privileged position as what we are. And it's not a question of race and color or religion or anything like that. We're a neutral platform to say that anybody that needs that hand to be able to lift them, take them forward. Now, obviously, in this sense, as a Woman of Stature organization, we are pretty much focusing ourselves on leadership as well as entrepreneurship and building businesses, because that's what is going to support her family, and the families of those that she employs. So it's very important that we are also focused, and if that is that woman, and that is what she is, that is what she stands for and she represents, then she gets the tick. Yeah. And I think every single one of the ladies that has made it through to the finale, I can promise you, they tick all those boxes. Yeah. Every single one of those boxes. And that is what basically the judges were looking for. And it was very difficult for them. Yeah. Karen, it's extremely difficult. I mean, when you read these bios, and it doesn't necessarily, words don't necessarily land when it's written in a bio. And that's what I've realized as well. And I've said to the ladies, when you show up for your interview, that's when you shine. That's when you shine through. And everything that you have accomplished, be proud to present that. And that is when you really can see the true woman behind the bio. So, I think we can be very proud. The adjudicators have a very, very difficult job, very difficult, because these women are all stand out. Yeah. Once they've made it through because it's a very long program that we run, and you were asking that follow-up question to this was, is there mentoring and what happens after? Now, I want to tell you, since the day that these ladies were nominated, which was way back in 2025, because we start the process in May of 2025 for the season. Yes. They then get nominated. They go through a vetting process. We must make sure that these women are 100% ready to take on this journey with us, because it's a journey of growth, development, and we really want them to shine at the end of the program. And so we run 6 workshops with them. We talk about how do you present yourself on social media? What is your profile representing? What do people see when they see you on a social media platform? What are you representing? So we actually show them about personal profiling. We teach them about it. We teach them about the importance of public relations. And, and what you say and what you represent in a biography. Is that representative of you when you're on a social media platform? So it's very important for us also to give these ladies the practical tools of how to navigate themselves socially
Yeah.
and professionally, because that's very important. So we do run various workshops. We actually have completed those workshops, and then, of course, the adjudication process happens. We teach them exactly how to show up.
Yeah.
We show them how to show up. So it is it's a program with depth, with essence, with value, that when they walk away, it's tangible. They've learned something. They've got something to look back at and say, I've had 6 months of constant learning without having to pay a cent for it.
Yeah.
Because that's our pay forward to these ladies.
Yes.
All we expect of them now is, should they be the category winner and the overall winner, that's when they're going to be our brand ambassadors. So they're going to basically be representing our brand from that moment onwards, because then they're part of the alumna. And I think that's like anything in life. When you have accomplished something, you've received this award, you should be proud and own it. And then that's the expectation from us, to say, please own it and please respect it. But this is how we're going to support you. We continue with a lot of public publicity around them throughout this time, plus now afterwards. We do a winners' high tea. We organize interviews for the winners. So there's a lot of publicity for them also afterwards. So yes, it's a very well-oiled engine.
Yeah, that's
The
amazing.
Woman of Stature Awards. Yes.
And we can't wait. The gala event is on April the 11th, and it's set to be a prestigious night for over 10,000 women recognized by this platform to date. So who are the partners now, Charlotte, making this empowerment possible? And for those listening, you want to follow the journey or support these women, where can they go and where can they watch this and stream this on Saturday?
Okay, so as I said, we do have a live streaming happening, and there is a link on our website as well as on all our social media pages. There's a link to register and to be able to watch it. There is a small fee of 150 Rand to be able to log into the system where the live stream is going to be. But yes, our partners again this year, very proud, extremely proud. We've got global partners. We have BP World, which is one of the largest logistic companies in the world.
Sure.
And they are one of the sponsors. They're actually sponsoring the community category. Then we also have the University of Johannesburg, but in particular, the Center of Entrepreneurship, which is the Johannesburg Business School, and they are sponsoring the entrepreneur category. So you can hear that these are large corporations, and they're not, notwithstanding this, but Old Mutual. Old Mutual has been one of our supporters now for a number of years as well. Again, the financial category is sponsored by them. So we do have some really, very, very significant partners.
Right.
And, obviously with us moving into the Western Cape now for the 2027 season, so May we open with our nominations for 2027 season. Then we already want to ask sponsors to come on board, because, if we have them on board early, then we can already start, the partnership. And obviously we're going to ask for partners to come out of the Western Cape. So if any industries are watching or listening, please, reach out to us. We would love to partner with you.
Right. Now, Charlotte, thank you so much for joining us for the work that you're doing by elevating South African women. And I can't wait to see who takes home the gold on the 11th.
Oh, Corin, thank you so much. I do appreciate your time and this opportunity to speak to your listeners. It's just so wonderful that the Western Cape is so well represented. We've had a wonderful reception from the Western Cape, from the media of the Western Cape, and people like you are making it possible for us to be able to reach more women within your province as well. So thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. And thank you for your time. We'll speak again then.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.